All right, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yamla Alahaya Nawa Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Also, salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And yeah, this is going to be a quick one. I'm going to walk and talk right now. You know, just headed back from the store, walking back to my box here in Babylon. And, you know, I've been meditating lately and seeing, seeing in recent news and mainstream news that also, you know, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, through the brothers, you know, the Lord has been revealing you so-called white people, you Edomites, and now you're being looked at as the problem of the earth because we're preaching this word, the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in these last days. All right, so you're becoming a shame. You're becoming a shame amongst the nations. All right, they're looking at you in shame. And you Edomites really you should be ashamed of yourself, you know, because all the things you've done, and now your kingdom is at its end, man. And that's prophetic in itself. All right, because there's not going to be anything else for you Edomites to conquer after this society is destroyed. You're going to be put into captivity for 1,000 years, and you're going to be exterminated. That's thus saith the Lord. But ultimately, you're being looked upon as the problem now. All right, and now people are actually looking at you and wondering why you've done the things that you've done to the children of Israel. You know, that's the ultimate, and also why you've done the things you did to the earth, and why you continue to do these things. So that's why Habakkuk tells you that it's going to be shameful, spewing, all right, on your glory. What's your glory? This wicked kingdom that you have, this kingdom that's ran off of unrighteous decrees. All right, so in the end, you're going to get that shameful spewing upon your glory. So I'm going to get the definition of shameful. All right. Bear with me. Just looking at some. All right. Shameful. Worthy of or causing shame or disgrace. Some of the synonyms are disgraceful, deplorable, despicable, contemptible, dishonorable, discreditable, reprehensible, base. And that's why the Lord said in the scriptures that he has set up the bases of men. You so-called Edomites or white people, all right, as the world knows you as, all right, you are the bases of all men. All right, and that word shame, a synonym for that word shame is base. All right, so the world's finding out that you're a base man, you're a base nation of people, all right, and that you're at your end, and that you've become as weak as them. You've become as weak as the other nations. So you cannot go on. You're not going to be able to go on that much longer, man. You see, because shameful spewing is upon your glory. You're being revealed. All right, the other nations are seeing all the treachery you've done to the children of Israel, man. All right. But this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul." So you're in a bad case in these last days. The Lord it says in the scriptures that you didn't remember your latter end. And that's exactly what you fell into. That's the trap and snare that the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, has put you into. You did not forget, you did not remember what the latter end of all your wickedness and treachery would be. But now we're here, and it's being revealed right before your downfall. Thus saith the Lord. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 11. "For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity." And how was America established? By bloodshed, rape, robbery, and murder. So the Lord is against this place, which is why you see he has set up his prophets, true men of the Lord, all right, men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, with the spirit of prophecy to prophesy your downfall. All right, and basically filter things through the scriptures, because everything is scriptural was still in biblical times. Unlike what people like to believe. This is why Esau, the so-called white man, is being exposed as a son of perdition. Okay, who buildeth his town with blood. It says, verse 13, behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. So that's what's starting to happen, man. The truth of who the children of Israel are, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The truth of the 100% truth, 100% doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ, is being revealed, while you're being revealed to be the son of perdition. The nation that is going to face heavy judgment soon to come. We're near that door, which is why you see this truth coming out. Shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. The glory of you Edomites is America. Now the other countries are looking at this place as it is, the worst, most despicable, unrighteous place on the planet. Okay? It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So, what has happened over the centuries is that you've spread your wine, which is your wickedness, your unrighteous decrees. You've spread that across the earth, and mainly you settled it on the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You've settled that wine unto them. You've given them you've given them your ways to drink, which is why our people are completely destroyed. They don't know who they are. You see? But now you're being revealed, and now your judgment is at hand. We can't do nothing but prophesy, because this is all we see. You see? It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So all the while, our people have been completely dilapidated, dry of who they are. All right, you've looked on their nakedness. All right, it tells you also in the scriptures that the other nations have licked the wounds of Israel, and you set that up, you so-called white people, man. Okay, so this is why shameful spewing is being put upon your glory. All right, the Lord is revealing you racist people on the planet, and this is prophecy. Okay, it says Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory. That's what you're going to be filled with, shame, because His truth is coming out. Everybody's going to look down upon you, just like they've looked down upon the children of Israel for centuries. Now you're going to get that same thing, man, because it's truth. And what the best thing about this truth is that you can't do anything against the truth before the truth. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So the more we come out with this truth, the quicker you fall. All right, the quicker the Lord does what He's supposed to do, what He was planning to do, what He has orchestrated to do. All right, what He gave His word to do, which is take you Edomites down, destroy your nation, and put the children of Israel back in rulership. Man, this is all prophetic, and it's all a part of the scriptures in these last days. Okay, can't do anything against it. That's why you have no wisdom. That's why you have no knowledge and understanding of what's going on. You're confused as to why and how we woke up. All right, it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is prophecy. Okay, things spoken of in the ancient world that were to come to pass, which we're living in now. They're coming to pass, man. And the Lord's taking away your wisdom. The Lord's taking away your understanding, and you're being confounded by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's mouth. All right, who are the prophets? Okay, Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, you so-called white people, the nation of Edom, Caucasian race. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? So the Lord's asking, where's your wisdom now? Now that He has put His ultimate truth and His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding onto the earth by way of the prophets. Where's your truth at? Where's your wisdom? Where's your understanding? All right, has it vanished? and it has, and it is gonna deplete more and more as we go into the latter days, man. Okay, why? Because the truth, as prophecy says, will be exalted in the end, which proves to you that we're in the end. Okay, there's no more. There's nothing after this, but the nation of Israel ruling under Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay, it says, "Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitant of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough." So you Edomites is basically saying that if somebody came to steal, they would at least leave you some things. But the so-called white man and race have depleted the earth's resources and stolen everything. All right? How and why? Because the Lord made them the sword of the earth, and because they are the devil that the Bible speaks of, the wicked. Okay? Which is why they have left nothing and have completely depleted the earth's resources and everything else, man. Okay? That's why the Lord is bringing them down through this word. So shameful spewing is coming upon you Edomites or you Caucasians, because you have did wrong for centuries. All right, whether that was when you were the Greeks, the Romans, all the way up until now. Excuse me. Okay? But what's gonna happen? What's the end thereof of this? Why is Esau losing his power? Why are you so-called white people finding out that you're the Edomites and that your country is about to go down? This is why. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So you have been the only people that have not received your judgment. All right, you've been saved for last. And we know, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the scriptures, that the last people to be judged are going to get the worst judgment. All right, because the Lord lets you fill up your measure of wickedness and treachery and violence and rape, robbery, and murder, so that he can give you the ultimate judgment, which we see approaching. Okay. Verse 7. Leave thy father's children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. All right. Obadiah 1:8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mounts of Esau, which is happening? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mounts of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. And that's what we're going to see in these last days. You Edomites, that's why you're becoming the public enemy number one. All right? Whether that's in the eyes of the Russians, whether that's in the eyes of the Turkish, which is Torgama, all right, whether that's in the eyes of Iran, the Persians, okay? And by all the other nations, man. Especially us, the nation of Israel, the elect, man. Okay? It says, verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. There's that word shame again. You're going to be shameful. Spewing shall be upon thy glory. And thou shalt be cut off forever. Okay? It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. It tells you that in Psalms 83rd chapter that you were you have formed a tumult against the nation of Israel. All right, you're the head nation keeping us down. The other nations know who we are. All right, but from looking out into the world, nobody has as much hate for the children of Israel as you Edomites, the children of Esau. Okay, that's why the shameful spewing is coming upon you in these last days, right before your destruction. Okay. It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. All this rape, robbery, and murder that you have put upon our people for centuries, man. Now it's coming back to hunt you in that shameful spewing, all right, which I'm reiterating one more time, is coming upon your name and your reputation in these last days. Prophecy, all right. Verse 13, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. All right, which is why in 70 AD they ransacked Jerusalem. All right, took the menorahs. Okay, they even have that they even have replicas of the Ark of Titus, man. Okay, That's in France. There's one, I believe, in the U.S. As well, man. Because they celebrate the destruction of Jerusalem, and they know the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians are the real Jews. All right, with the so-called Negroes being the actual tribe of Judah. All right. Now they know this, man. This is why they have these monuments. All right, to celebrate our downfall, man. But now it's coming back upon you, and shameful spewing is going to be put upon your glory in these last days. Because why? Because you have fought against Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his people. You see? Then we can do nothing but prophesy. Okay? Psalms 35 and 26. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. You rejoice at the hurt of the children of Israel. Okay? Therefore you shall be ashamed. And this word, the Lord has reiterated the word shame and ashamed in these last days for a reason, because that's what you're going to be. You're going to be confounded and ashamed in the things that you've done on the planet, in the way that you've acted towards the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're going to be ashamed. But it's all biblical prophecy, so we're going to keep rolling with the scriptures and rolling and teaching the word until the Lord makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth, and until you're fully exposed, just like the Lord said in Ezekiel 35, prophesy against the mountains of Esau, or mountains of Edom, roughly paraphrasing, man. This is what we're doing. This is why the shameful spewing is coming upon you. This is why you're being revealed. This is why your country is failing. Okay? Psalms 35 and 26. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yeah, let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. All right? Jeremiah 20 and 10. For I heard the defaming of many, fear on every side. Report, say they, and we will report it. All my familiars watch for my halting, saying, peradventure he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him. But the Lord is with me as a mighty terrible one. The Lord is with us to prophesy this word against you so-called white people, and against 2/3 of our people, and against the heathen. Everybody that's in the wrong spirit is getting prophesied against. Mainly with the target on you Edomites. Okay? All right? It says, but Yahweh is with me as a mighty terrible one, which is why we can prophesy this word, and we're justified in the things we're saying, even though people tell us, oh, you're pushing hate. You're pushing hate speech, and these guys are crazy. But we're justified by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the mighty and terrible one. Okay? So we do not care what you people think. We're going to prophesy against we're going to prophesy against Esau, like Ezekiel the 35th chapter says, until he is destroyed, man. Okay? This is how it's going to go. Ain't no giving up. The truth is going to come out. This is our heritage, and we're going to proclaim it. All right? We're also going to proclaim the fact that our salvation is nearer than when we believe, as the scripture says. Okay? It says, but the Lord is with me as a mighty terrible one. Therefore, my persecutors shall stumble. Which is why they can't fight and combat this word. You do all this. You send your agents. You send your false Israelite camps and people to throw off the truth. But you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. Okay? For they shall not prosper. Their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. But, O Lord of hosts, that tries the righteous and seest the reins and the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, which is what we're praying for, man. All right, because we can't wait, man. All right, we can't wait to see you Edomites fail. All right, because you've been living so proudly. All right, pride cometh before destruction, as the scripture says. All right, for unto thee have I opened my cause. Sing unto Yahweh, praise ye Yahweh, for he hath delivered the soul of the poor from the hand of the evildoers, which is what we're ultimately hoping for if we endure to the end. Salvation out of the hands of the so-called white man, and out of the hands of 2/3 of our people who are wicked. Okay? And they shall all be destroyed together, as the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing. So this is why you see us on the highways and byways and, all over the world now. Okay? In each state in the U.S., you see us on the highways and byways preaching the downfall of the so-called white man who is Esau, Edom. Why? Because shameful spewing is coming upon thy glory for all the treachery, rape, robbery, and murder that you have committed over the centuries, man. Going all the way back to Cain, man. Okay? This is a very, very prophetic time. All right? And Lord willing, we all endure to the end and, abide Babal to Babylon, man. And destruction to you Edomites, man. All right, so that was just something quick, Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to end it by giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and Abba Babal. My shameful spewing is here.